Alright, so basically I just make a groove in this side and make this side kind of pointed like so. Doesn't have to be perfect, just so it kind of fits in there so you can weld it and it's stronger. Alright, now I only have 110 down here, so I have to start a generator to use the welder, so might be a little loud. I won't be talking while I'm welding. Alright. Same size. Usually I use a larger size for the handle, but I use the same size so I can clamp it in like this. See? Now it's all clamped in and you can weld it. You don't have to mess around trying to hold it. So if I get some more subscribers, I'll talk about you know, what happened to me, why I ended up in this tiny shitty garage with no money after being a really good mechanic. But for now, all I have is this little shitty stick welder. I have a TIG welder, but I don't have the stuff to run it right now. I'm out of gas. So I'm just going to be using this crappy little stick welder because that's all I have for now. I got this generator to run it. Alright, between the propane heater, the generator running, and the noxious fumes from the welder, it's pretty bad in here, so I just tack welded it quick. You get the idea, you know. Now I'm going to show you how to make the tip for the spring puller. I'm trying to hold my phone and do this at the same time. I got a whiteboard coming with some markers so I can do some better, and I got a camera, actual camcorder rather than a phone coming, so be a little better pretty much. You got, oh, it's just hard doing it through camera. Alright, you got that steel pipe, bar, whatever. Pretty much you just want to cut it down about like that. And then, you're going to make a cutout like this. That's your spring puller. And then if you want to push on springs too, sometimes it's a good way to get them off. You just make a cut in like that. Alright, so now I'll show you how I do that. Alright, it's too damn hard to hold the camera at the same time, so I'm just going to show you bits and pieces. You know, pretty much just take the grinding tool, grind down each side till it's flat like I showed. Then I'll show you how to make the notches. I just do that to the other side, and you can start cutting out your notches. This little flathead screwdriver was my dad's. I don't know what the hell's going on with the friggin' sun. Can't see anything. A little snap-on screwdriver. This thing is invaluable, man. My dad was a car mechanic, auto body mechanic. A great one. He died when I was 2 months old, but he had all kinds of snap-on tools, you know, the pry bar set, and all kinds of, he had the pearl handle, flathead screw, and Phillips screwdrivers. Really cool stuff. I still have most of it. So I don't know what's up with my friggin', well, there it goes, it's focusing. Alright, so, you know, I flange the ends a little bit, make it look a little nicer, and it's not the best one I've done. I've been out of the business for about 5-6 years, so I used to make these all the time. You know, depending on the quality metal you get, they either break quick or they last a while. And how many little grooves you cut in the end, you know, that weakens it, the more grooves you cut. But, so that's pretty much, you know, right here is where you start cutting in the groove to lock onto the spring. So I'll do that and I'll show you. Alright, that's pretty much it. Try to get some video of using it. You know, you got your main catch here, where right here usually you pull this way, and I angle it so you can push this way. Then you got a little tip on the end right here. Sometimes if you can only get to a spring where you can push on it with the end of this, it works great. And then a lot of ones you buy, you'll have like 3 up here. Well, I just put 1 because the more you put, the weaker it makes it. Then 1 right here, usually you won't use that one, but if you need to push back on a spring. Alright. And when it's warmer out, I'll get the welder outside and I'll weld it up and show you my wonderful, beautiful weld beads with that shitty welder. Alright, that's how you make a homemade spring puller. Alright, here it is latched onto a spring, pulling. Pull really hard. It's tough, you know, it's good metal I bought. And then it's hard to show, but if you want to push on a spring, it's like this. I don't know if you can see that, but that's how you would push on a spring, and sometimes that's the only way you can get to them. And then, you know, obviously this other one you wouldn't use very often, but if you could only get in like this per se or something, then you push on this back notch here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's not the best one I made, but I haven't made them in a long time. But these things are awesome, man. I mean, rather than using a pair of vice grips or pliers and bashing up your knuckles, these things work really good. And you know, you just get a piece of round stock like this for $5-6 at Tractor Supply, and you can make a bunch of these things. But anyway, yeah, rather than bashing up your knuckles, I mean, these things are really easy to make if you got a Dremel or something similar to that. You know, I've used porting tools like the right angle, straight angle grinders with the 1/8 inch steel bits, stuff like that. But yeah, they work awesome. So I hope someone gets some use out of this video. As for the Outlaw, I still haven't got the flywheel puller, and I know I can do it without it, but I got the special tool to take off the clutch basket nut, and the tool, it's just a bolt really that's sharpened that goes up into the case to lock the crankshaft. So that stuff should come in later today in the mail or tomorrow, and then we'll get on this thing. Alright. Before I go today, never weld inside without ventilation. It'll kill you. One other thing, when grinding, always wear safety glasses.